Hello, this is Neil from masterpaintingnow.com, and I have a new commentary for you guys. That's the piece I'm going to be drawing right now. So always start with the construction, and I've been doing some more serious work here the last few days, and I haven't, like that painting I did, that took 10 hours, that one I did before called Dying for Beauty. If you haven't checked that out, check it out, it's really cool. So right now I'm just working out like the anatomy and things like that. There's some things I'm going to be changing. As you noticed, right now I'm starting with a normal figure. The long legs didn't come to my mind till later on after I was actually working on the sketch, and I was like, you know what can I do to further push this drawing to tell my message? And this drawing does tell a social message, and this is going to be part of my series. Now this is just a pencil sketch of it, pencil digital sketch. I'm going to actually either end up watercoloring this series, or I'm going to do inks on paper, like big paper and actual ink pens. But I think I might watercolor because I really like watercoloring. Anyway, so what I realized I needed to do was to really tell my message. And if you guys really want to know what the message is, you can always ask me. But the first thing I noticed right away is the head's way too big. That's fine though, because I just needed to get the general idea down first, and I can work on the size, after I have it there. I realized that I wanted the hand to come forward more because it was just too far back, and even though it was like correct for shortening, I decided I'm going to make the hand much bigger. Now at this point here, I actually would have her finger turning into a flower. So this is it's for a series that's going to be nature figures, and it's basically going to be nature in different ways becoming part of figures, or figures being transformed by nature in some way. That's basically the idea of the series is. So, but anyway. They might not have hands or legs, or they might not have heads. In some way, there's going to be some sort of nature aspect that's replacing those parts and stuff. And I have a bunch of different ideas, and each one has some sort of a social or political or philosophical commentary. So I want to say something with each one. Now I noticed there that was enough for shortening on that back foot with the roots, so I fixed it. Now I realized right away I need to go bigger with the butt to really tell the story. Now the name of this particular piece, and it's not, I guess this is more of the sketch of it right now, but it's the setup for it. And that's why I'm like, I wanted these super extra long legs. But the name of this piece is Fake Asses Blowing Up Social Media. And so you see here, quite literal. And I was going to have her finger like as a flower, and like almost like a gag type thing. She's blowing up, I don't know. Now I'm going into the actual real time drawing. Now you notice I've resized the head and everything. And this is where I started adding the anatomy. Now my original idea at first when I started doing this was just to have a quick sketch for anatomy, and then maybe I can do a quick digital rendering of it, painting or something with it, and then later on I want to take it into somehow get it on paper. Usually I don't redraw everything. I usually use a light board and trace it onto it, but it's going to be a big paper, so I need to figure out a way to blow it up and all that. A projector would be the best bet, but I don't own a projector right now, so I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to get one of those. And either way, I decided I wanted to turn this into watercolors, and to have the whole series be a watercolor series. And also the Dying for Beauty, I kind of want to turn that one into a watercolor as well, which would be a lot less it'd be more abstract, a lot less realistic than it is right now in its digital painting form. But as it is, that's a really cool painting, and it can actually print it out. So if anyone wants a copy of it, I might throw it on DeviantArt, so you can go and get a copy of it for pretty inexpensive. And it'll probably be like 11 by 14 or something like that. That'd probably be the biggest you can print it out at. Now here, I kind of wanted to go with something that kind of reminded me of like kind of horns, but still like kind of it can be part of a tree or something. And that's what I did there with the bark coming up, not the bark, but the branches coming up off the bark of the trunk. I also cut the trunk so that way it looks like there's a background and there's like a middle piece that's more light, and it kind of looks like almost like it was cut, but the bark was left on the outside, and I thought that was kind of cool. Now all right here is if I used actual pins for this part, I would do very different kind of cross sketching, and I might even use like a ruler for some parts of it to make sure it was all nice and just perfect lines. But anyway, I did away with, as you saw in the final piece, I did away with the flower part. I just, after thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, it doesn't really work. Even though it's nature, and like part of her body is kind of like a tree, whatever, and I don't know. I didn't like it, so I just turned it to a finger. But there's a reason why she has super long legs. Like that was something I'm like, you know what, that's cool. That will actually tell more about this idea that I want to, obviously I'm expressing the idea of the title, but there's more to the painting than just the title. And sorry about that, I lost some of the video footage there of my phone footage. But anyway, so there's more to it than just the on the surface what you might think. That is just big asses blowing up social media, and that's pretty self-explanatory, and it's true. It's like everyone's like like the Kardashians. I think Kim Kardashian like really started that thing, and then you have like these different people just have really big fake butts, and I'm pretty positive they're fake butts. And they go on there with their skinny waists and really big fake butts, and they blow up social media with these pictures basically showing off their asses. And so that's like the one of the most basic. It's commentating on that idea. But there's a reason why, obviously I made the butt super big, like just extraordinary, unrealistically big, even bigger than theirs, which is already unrealistic. And then I made these super long legs, and I'm like, yeah, that'll further tell the story that I'm kind of going for. And then obviously, there's the nature aspect, of being part of the each figurine is each figure is gonna tell a story as well. And then yeah, there's a reason why I kind of put the horns on there. So I'm just giving some hints of what was my full commentary on this that I was given. But yeah, anyway, I think this series would be good as a pen and ink series, as well as it would be if I did it in watercolor. I really love working with watercolors. I really think I want to do the watercolor version of it. But pen and ink would be really nice too, to do like a really just nice pen work where and have like a lot of darks and a lot of whites in there, so a lot of contrast. There'll be like a slight background too. I just didn't want to sketch it in there. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hey, if you guys enjoy this, you want to learn how to draw from imagination, or just learn how to draw better in general, I came up with this really cool courses that helped me become better. And that's how I was able to do all this, is I basically took my own art courses that I developed for myself originally to become better. Then I just applied those exercises over and over and over again until I got good enough to where I can draw from my imagination and also draw much better from reference than ever before. But to be able to like bring stuff to life, that's strong from imagination. And really, like, comic book is one of my favorite things to do. But I wanted to get more serious and do more serious work here for a little bit. And I'm still going to do the silly stuff I do as well, or just the pin-ups and things like that in comic work. But yeah, so I now make like $100,000 from my artwork, so a year. And I can show you guys how to do that different ways. You can do that different ways and get better, but first you have to become a good artist. And so to do that, definitely check out one of my courses at masterpaintingnow.com. And that they're all hosted on Udemy, so you get lifetime access to all of them, and I'm a 100% money back guarantee. You can also go and check out some free lessons on the course to see if you like my teaching style. And so yeah, check it out. Again, that's masterpaintingnow.com, and the link is in the description. And probably my most useful course you can take, or the two most useful ones I think for figure drawing, would be anatomy for figure drawing, that course, and then also my my gesture drawing course. Both very, very, very helpful and will make your figures a lot better. All right, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do me a favor, go ahead and share this, because if you liked it and got something out of it, I'm sure somebody else would too.